We are gathered here today to mourn the loss of a friend, but to celebrate life for episode 47 of Iodithis. Last session was off to the races in the beginning, and it only got worse. You found that the being this machine that you'd been traveling with was a traitor, was a mole the whole time. In fact, was more than just that. Was the doctor himself. There was a chase through the woods as he ran away and ran toward a camp. However, one of you got there first, racing ahead, protecting the woman that was there, getting her to hide. So, he stopped, turned around, attempting to parley. That was after many strikes, many attacks, Karavnos going back and forth because of the paladins that were up front that Chiron was trying to reason with to mixed degree. Some things seemed to line up really well, but in the heat of the moment, some things they just couldn't fathom, like, why was this fight happening? And then, a couple of them got struck down. Things got from bad to worse. Seth went over there, and very quickly, things got really bad as you all arrived. And Chiron and Seth ended up down on the ground, Xavier wounded heavily. But you had done a lot of damage up until that point. And this being, this thing of molten metal, was starting to show wear and tear, starting to slow. But only one of you could get brought up in that moment. And Chiron was the one who was brought to wake. He looked a little bit more dire, and so it made sense. And then in a moment, rushing forward away from Merrick, who had arrived in the middle of the fight and had done heavy blows, the doctor rushed forward, saying something along the lines of, "If you're strong enough, you'll survive," and struck down Seth. He fell pretty quickly after that. A little music box inside playing a tune. And then all was quiet. You gathered around, you held Seth's body, and time ticked away. Time that, in some ways, may could have been used to do something, but not with the stuff you have access to. So as his body went limp, the light left his eyes, and he got cold. Colder. You heard the sound of a voice behind you. There was a pop, and then the sound of Olikas's voice, who had arrived, who had appeared with what looked to be some kind of mage. Quickly realizing what was happening, and that Seth was fallen, they teleported you away. However, Olikas had to stay behind, as the spell that teleported you could only take a max number of people. That was one short of who was there. So, you arrived. You all find yourselves in a room. There's a table, looks like a study of some kind. There's books lining the walls. You can hear the sound of wind rushing through or past windows. You get the idea you're higher up, maybe in some kind of tower. Everything's happening very fast. The mage is rushing you to put Seth onto the table. He shoves his books to the floor, not seeming to care what happens to them.
I will put Seth on the on the table, but I stay right by him.
Of course. He's giving instructions, telling you, um, grab this, grab that, telling, like, pointing to Merrick and pointing over to a side of the room, telling you to grab something from over there, and he gives very detailed instructions. Conselida, grab this other thing. He's being very, like, quick, very rapid, trying to get you to grab things, all of you. He keeps saying we don't have much time. So as you go and you grab things, Seth, there's a home, a house, a cottage on the edge of a town. You don't really know what the town looks like, but you know it's there. It's behind you. But in front of you is a house, and that draws your attention more, and you've seen this house once before. There was a time where you were in a bit of a nightmare. You felt like you were being buried alive, and there was a note you couldn't read, if you remember that moment. This is that same house. But it's unburied. Its windows are clear. You hear laughter. Laughter of a couple people and what sounds like a few children. The door's ajar. Do you approach?
Yeah.
From behind you, that town that you're leaving, you hear the sounds of voices. Some of them sound frantic. People being told to grab things, people being told that there's not much time. And then you reach the door. All of you are rushing, grabbing things. He's taking them, mixing them in a mortar and pestle, and Consolida. It looks like some form of alchemy is being made. Do you offer your assistance?
I do.
So you do. Using your skills and potion craft, and you can almost immediately tell what he's trying to do. Going off of how long it has been, something like a simple revivify is impossible. It has to be in the next minute, and it's been over a minute. They didn't arrive until maybe a minute or two later to even come get you. So there might be alchemical things that can be done at the very least to elongate the process, to stretch that process out, maybe give you some more time. He's trying, but you can tell. I think you can all tell, if you pay attention to this man at all. He's doing it because he was asked to. He was doing it because he thinks this is the right thing to do, but especially for those of you that are more insightful, you can definitely tell he doesn't believe this will work. This is a last chance, a last resort. After a moment, he rubs some salves on some of Seth's wounds and uh, pours something into his mouth and attempts to, like, tip it down so it goes down, and it's working, but it's not working well. Seth's body has started to go rigid. Seth, you get to the door. It's ajar. Do you enter?
Yeah.
You walk through the door, and in front of you is a living room. Sitting on the floor, there's a couple people. There's your mother and your father, but they're younger. I mean, your mother looks much the same, but your father, you can tell. They're smiling. They sit there with another boy. It's not Cain. You know that. And I mean, that would make sense. You're just a boy right now. He wouldn't have been born yet. You realize the house is much bigger. You're a boy. And they call you over and ask if you want to play with them. Looks like they're playing some kind of game.
Help, not.
So you go over, and for the first time that you can remember, and it's weird because your memories are getting so fuzzy right now. Everything's getting fuzzy except right here. This is the first time you remember seeing them look this happy, especially in your direction. They offer you a drink and a snack, and you sit and play a game, but all the while you hear talking in the background. But it's not the frantic talking of people rushing around like from the town. It's soft. Most of it soft, some of it very gruff, impossibly far off. You hear words talking about, what do we do with him? Where does he go? Talks of unique situations and exceptions. And that conversation goes on for hundreds of years as you sit there and you play a game with your family. And all of you, you watch as this mage, he finishes a rune, and he kind of tells a few of you to back up, and you know, in Chiron specifically, do you?
I don't at first.
He kind of comes over and is like, I only have so much time. You have just for a moment.
Yes, yes, okay.
And he draws up a final rune on Seth's forehead in um using one of these salves. And he says a few words, and you can hear a lot of incantations have like a word or a inflection that is used at the very end of a ritual. It is sort of like the final capstone of a ritual, like at a spelling bee when you say the word at the end to signify you're done. And he does. And you wait. And he waits. And then he just sets down the brush that he had in his hand. And he starts to turn to you, and you see his lips kind of quivering. Not like there's sadness, but more so like he's getting ready to say something. And those of you who've had to tell people that somebody's passed, it's those words, those two words, I'm sorry, is what finally comes out of his lips. And he says, There's there are other things that could be tried, but they cost more than I think
What?
you're willing to give.
What other things? What can we do?
Well, it depends. You don't have to happen to have connection to someone from hell or the underworlds, do you? Don't happen to know anyone? All right. Well, if not, then there's a spell we can try. It's a bit more. Normally, you would need a very expensive gem. Like, I very more than anyone I know has. They're incredibly rare. However, you can sometimes supplant those, use something of equal value instead. Um, what I'm trying to say is we can use a life, a soul, a sacrifice. It's traditionally considered very taboo, but it's possible. But the person would not survive the process. This isn't just a give up your soul. This is you would be dying to bring him back. Either you or if you bring someone here, I'm not to judge. But I'll leave you to discuss. With this, there is no real time limit as long as the body won't decompose, and I've made sure of that. Take your time. Discuss what you want to do. And he's gonna not leave the room, but he's gonna kind of go to the other side of the room and just leave you standing there. So, you've been given an option. You've also been told that, connection to the underworld could be handy, but you don't seem to have that. And so this spell may be your only option. So what do you do? Yeah? Did I bring you back? Are we back? Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't even have the energy to be like, I heard of a rumor my uncle used to tell me about a bitch and demon.
No, I know. I get it. I understand.
Hmm.
I understand.
He said if you say his name 3 times, he might pop up, but you know.
Yeah.
So,
So,
a, a life.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
who's it gonna be?
Understandably, it doesn't seem like anyone's very eager about this.
Uh,
It would probably be very morally incorrect to go find someone out on the street and just, you
yes.
know,
No, I don't think anybody else can really do this.
Nothing like that. No.
just checking.
Yeah. Yes, it's good to ask. Well, if it has to be someone, it should be me.
No,
No, hang on.
No, I can't let anybody else do this, really.
You realize how
no.
devastated he would be if the boy wakes up and he's not, and the cost was you?
Think I don't. He's my son. I can't let anybody else do this for me.
But you can't You can't do this for him. You can't just bring him back to a world without you. That's really, really messed up.
We even
have
talked about this. You and I.
That's almost
Yeah. But I, something I have to do. I can't ask anybody here to do it for me. If we're doing this, it has to be me.
No, it doesn't. It should be anyone other than you.
No.
Oh,
It
hey,
has to
listen.
be a life.
But there was another option. Why don't we all calm down, okay? Why don't we try to remember? Maybe we're just forgetting. Maybe we know someone who can help with this. Some demon or someone from the hells or whatever.
Those types of beings are not to be trifled with.
I knew one, or at least the stories of one.
Talk.
He's. I don't. Uh, he uh he's called Drabaven. At least that's what my uncle used to call him. He said if you say his name twice, he could be summoned, but sometimes he just doesn't listen.
That name sounds familiar. You said you just have to say his name twice?
Three times.
3 times? What, in a row?
Kinda like the stupid like Bloody Mary things you used to do as a kid.
No idea what that is. Drabaven.
Wait, does it
Sorry, I
belong to
was in the
hell?
middle of lunch. What's going on?
Uh,
Oh,
Oh God, he's
goodness.
real.
sword protective stance.
Dead
Hey, why'd you
friend,
say?
you're from hell?
Yeah, why'd you say my name 3 times?
So that you could come here and help us fix this.
Ah, weird. Okay, well, all right. So what do we got here? Dead. Oh, that one. I liked him. He floated the first time we fought. Damn.
Why
Sorry
are
if I
you
seem
fighting my
insensitive.
Uncle Demon? What?
I,
Who fought me? Who fought
I,
you?
Church trapped me in a rock. It's fine. Um,
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, they
yeah,
did. And remember, we
I
got
did.
you out of that rock, so now you definitely owe us, right?
I wouldn't say I owe you, but I'm appreciative. Okay. He kind of goes over to Seth and like places a hand and he kind of smudges one of the sigils like that's useless. Okay. Uh
I love how much I hate him.
and also how his personality clashes cuz he's an asshole. So he's like yeah, sorry if I seem insensitive. It's just kind of meh. Anyway, okay. So you want me to bring him back? I can't. And I'm sorry about that. Um oops. I a lot's happened with me. I'm clean now. Like a lot's happened with me
Let's
since
fucking
last we talked.
Gosh.
So like I can't just like reach down and bring somebody's soul back. Do you have any other options? Do you have like
We do. We have one other option.
all right. What would that be?
So,
Oh,
Oh, a soul for
it's yes, it's not something you need to trifle yourself with.
I mean, you could just grab some schmuck off the street, but honestly, usually this
Yeah,
stuff it has to be like a equivalent kind of thing, you know, where like it has to be somebody whose soul is on par. So if you grabbed like a baker for him, it wouldn't really be equal. It's got to be somebody who's, you know, what the fuck do they say? Like, equivalent, we'll call it. Yeah.
That shouldn't be too. That wouldn't
Thank
be
you
too
for your
hard, probably.
information.
Yeah.
Is this like a situation, good deeds outweighing bad? Some sort of moral calculus?
Fuck, maybe. I mean, I've seen it done once, and I mean, it could be equal or greater than. So, like, if, for example, points over to Chiron, points over to, like, Merrick, like, a couple different people is like, you know, you guys all have, like, different moral souls and whatever. It's different levels. You've all done different things, lived different lives. Your souls are worth more, worth less. But again, it's just kind of like depends on the value of his. Um, that's kind of what determines it. Is what the value of his soul is, pointing to Seth.
How do you tell?
I mean, I can tell you that's kind of my shtick. It's one of my shticks anyway. I wear many hats. And he walks over to Seth and is like, okay, I'll put it this way. Anyone in this room, including that wizard over there, would be more than enough. There are other people, other adventuring parties, things like that. They'd be more than enough. As many of them have done good deeds. Or bad deeds. It's not necessarily good versus bad, it's how much has your life impacted others. That's what matters.
Wait, what about a life from something that isn't a person?
It doesn't matter. I mean, if you have a crow who, you know, impacted as many lives as this one here, then yeah, sure.
I would like to rush over and see and do a little vibe check and see if I can check on the status of something.
Yeah, I know what. Go ahead and roll just like fuck. Make a flat intelligence check.
Intelligence. Okay.
No.
Wait,
I'll
flat?
say yeah, like flat, like don't just add the intelligence modifier. Or
Or subtract.
yeah, or subtract. Yeah, that's just because
Oh,
that's what makes the most sense for this.
it does. It do. That's a 6.
Well,
But
There's nothing that you notice. Like at all. And I'll leave it at that. I know. The wizard is gonna come
Okay.
over. The wizard's gonna come over, and he's gonna come over with a basically like a dagger. It's this very ornate ceremonial dagger. He's gonna set it on the table next to Seth, and he's gonna kind of turn to all of you. He's gonna say, so when you've decided, I've only been somewhat listening. I'm sorry. When the time comes, this is what will be used. All of the runes are in place. Everything is in place. Even the thing that he smudged is fine. This dagger needs to be plunged into the heart of whoever or whatever is chosen. At that moment, they will die and get the chance to make a connection with his soul. And at that point, he would come back. So, I don't need to be the one to do the stabbing. but if you'd like me to, I can. So just let me know.
Now, you said this thing is what, willingly offered, or does it just
Uh,
have to be something?
as far as the soul, like the person who's
Yeah, yeah.
um no, but if it's unwilling, it can cause complications. Um, there could be a struggle of the soul, so to speak. Essentially, them trying to fight their way back into their body while he tries to fight his way back into his. And I'm sure he's very strong, but we don't know what form he is in this afterlife, so to speak. He could be living his favorite memories as a young child, or he could be uh, a monstrous beast. We don't know.
Mm. Is there anything that Merrick would know about this, given what he was?
This specifically, I'm gonna say no. You may,
Okay.
well, you may have heard of similar things like uh, soul fighting and like
Mhm.
people coming back from the dead and not as undead, but you have normally looked at it and heard of it in terms of like expensive gems and things like that. Like normally you would need something that's like 10,000 gold worth of diamonds or more. Like it just
Mhm.
depends on what it is. Could be 100,000 gold diamond. Um it's just this is not common because the cost is so high.
Hmm.
So the dagger sits there. You all mull it over. Seth, for a moment. You're sat on the floor, and these discussions keep going in the background. These people who are not your family. Many of them sound older. They carry a wiseness behind their words. It's heavy. You keep hearing one, though. A man's voice, older, gruff. But he talks in a way that's flowy. It the words flow between each other. It's almost soothing, like the lapping of waves on a shore. And he doesn't say much, but occasionally he just says, "Not yet. Wait a moment." Not talking to you, but talking to these others, you get the idea. There's still time. And your family sits around, and you kind of found yourself spacing out a moment and really focusing on the others, focusing on the ones around you. And then Seth, you're no longer in the house anymore. You look up and you look toward where your family would be, and they're not there, but you are surrounded by a horde, not even a crowd, a horde of people, and you are no longer this boy. You are yourself, scales and all, fins and all, but you're standing straighter, less of the mutations taken hold. And standing in the front of this group is a man, bald, glasses on his face, and wearing a lab coat. All around are similar people wearing lab coats. Everywhere. Lab coats or fancy suits. All of them looking at you with a profound sadness. And the bald man, the man who you've seen before, this is who you knew the doctor to be before you found out the lie. And he looks at you and he says, I am so sorry, my boy. That wasn't us. It was us, but knowledge makes someone hungry. We will pay in whatever there is after for what we've done. But we're sorry. Humanity is sorry. And one after the other, row after row after row, they're going to kneel in front of you, around you, bowing their heads in respect. Do you have anything you wish to say? Or wish to do? No is okay. If you
He
nothing.
will approach the bald man specifically.
Yeah.
And pull him into a hug.
Okay.
I forgive you.
Hugs you back. But you do hear him say, but never forgive what we became. Never.
No.
The rest of you back in the room. What else? What do you discuss?
This cannot be the only way that this is going to be resolved.
Listen, we have time to think about it. We just need to figure something out. We don't need to rush into this and make some stupid decision. Hey, Bedraden, Dre Babin, whatever.
Yeah, what up?
You have, what is it? You did some weird thing earlier. You said we're all worthy. You can just like see if people are worthy.
Yeah. Yeah, roughly, I mean.
You have like a sense for people.
Yeah, I mean, I was a jailer at one point, and it's a whole thing. But yeah, go ahead. What's your question? You want me to check you guys?
You already did. Is it? Can you only do that to people you can see, or is it like an aura thing, or?
It's like a sense. Like I could close my eyes and tell you how many people are in this room.
How many people are in this room?
9.
That feels
Hold
about
on.
right.
Well, there's
How
rather
many people?
there's 9 life forces in the room. People's a broad term. Also, that doesn't include me because I'm not alive.
So looking around, how many people do we see in this room?
I believe there would be 8
6?
people.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Add 1 to the number that I said because
The
of
Zanaga.
Zanaga. I forgot about Zanaga, so add 1 to the number that he said.
I was like, that seems wrong.
2.
Yeah. Add 2 to the number.
Yeah,
3. Oh my god,
yeah,
3 to
yeah.
the number because I'm forgetting about the people who play multiple characters. Hold on.
You got Encheiron, Sapling,
So there's 11
Xavier.
presences.
Salida,
12.
Red,
12 is the number he said. Not 8, not 9, 12.
Zanaga, the Wizard.
12.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yep. I did the math in my head. I just double checked. Yeah. There's 12
Imagine minding your own business.
that is how many life forces there are. As far as people
Yeah.
that are in the room, what
All
Wizard
of
said
those
in
listed
chat,
in
that
the
is correct. Yeah. Yes.
All right.
Gonna look at
No,
Saga real quick.
nay.
Those little ones
Oh, I just
now?
realized something that might count. Anyway,
Uh-huh.
now, can I,
Hmm.
but before I was just trying to peek into Seth's brain, which is dead, and that wasn't very helpful. But I'd like to do a full sweep if that's okay.
Okay. Yeah, you get 12 pings. As far as I would say, I'll message
Fuck.
you the number for what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Do
Doing
I need
math,
to roll
sorry.
Oh,
because I
right,
rolled
yeah.
really poorly?
Fuck no, I don't care.
Yay!
Hold on, math time.
Wait.
Hmm.
And no, I know I'm correct on this. This is not me like, maybe. No, that's the right number.
I'm trying to suss
Oh, great
this out.
heavens.
What's the number again?
As for what, how many like life forces he detected? It was 12.
Yeah. It's
I'm
not
gonna
counting his
assume that's
own.
like 14.
Not counting himself because he is not alive.
Okay. Chiron
Also,
plus
sorry, he is
four.
not counting. He is counting Seth in this because while Seth is dead, he is counting the like weight of the soul in that. That is like he is counting Seth in that. So 11 if you're not counting Seth.
Wait. My head.
I know. I'm sorry. I know. Okay. Counting Seth, 12. We will count Seth in this number, not counting Drababen.
Okay.
He counts 12.
Eesh.
The child.
The child. I feel bad. I
There's
feel bad
one.
for doing so many things, but I want to save in Chiron. I, I want to. I want to look for them. I want to. I want to. I
Well,
want to
that I'm gonna
find
need a check for.
a roll. Yeah.
Um,
That.
I'll let you do a perception check on this because you are doing sort of like a search around. You're like not getting too specific. You're just kind of like scanning, right?
Yeah. I mean, like trying to find like where
Uh,
specifically in the room.
investigation then. Investigation.
Okay. All right.
And I'll get ready to type it to you. Time to pass the note to you.
16.
Oh, that's plenty.
Yay.
One of these is obvious, but well, a couple of these are obvious, but
Yeah. There's only really one that I'm like, huh? What?
Xavier's gonna pick up the knife.
oh, you're gonna pick up the knife. Knife is in a hand. You also warning. Knife is in hand.
You put that down.
Kravnos is gonna go over, like, hand on the wrist, like, hey, no, hang on a second. Didn't you say you got someone back? You want to get back home to?
Oh, do you?
You. If you're planning on using that yourself, you can't hear. I just. You can't.
I
Not you.
have had a large impact on many people. I have failed him so many times. It would only be right.
No.
No.
You're really just too young. You have so much left to do.
You got a family too.
You have to. You can still decide to do other things. You have more to do, really.
How long until the body decomposes?
Well, he just said we don't have to worry about that. We have as long as we need.
Hey, this is a really random question.
Yeah.
No, this isn't character.
Hmm.
Sorry.
It's okay.
But does anyone here have any capabilities for teleporting things at all?
No, not. No, I don't.
Raven, shut up.
No,
I
not even him. I mean, the wizard's like, I mean, I
Yeah.
teleported all of
Yeah.
you.
yeah, I got some things, yeah.
Okay.
Probably
Mm.
comparable to our level of skill, you know. Why? You gotta how does help?
Well, it's there's there's okay, you might have gotten some of an idea. That's something here is sort of weird. When who's his face said that there were, 12 lives here, looking around, that doesn't really make sense. Um, there are some that are hiding, and if anyone has any way to get them out, maybe we can use them.
What do you mean? Like something here?
No, didn't you hear? It's not sure unless it's someone willing.
It if it doesn't matter if they're not willing, if it's something that he can fight.
No,
He can
Beans,
fight
as much
this.
as I hate you. Beans, as much as I hate you. Now is not the time.
we can't take the chance of using anything unwilling.
Why? Again, it they won't hurt him. It doesn't matter what form he's in. It doesn't matter if he's a toddler. He can just step on them.
It's really morbid, but I
I'm
can see where you're coming from.
No,
afraid I'm not following.
Come on, you want this, right, Consolida? This seems really up your alley.
You're not suggesting yourself, right?
No,
I don't mean him, I mean you.
no. But there's more. There's enough. Maybe. Hopefully. There's 3 of them. 3 more.
we can't take that chance.
it's also the matter of the fact that they need to have done something in this life. As your your your, your Raven said, it has to be good or bad. It has to have an impact.
Well, who knows where they've been? And there's multiple of them. Maybe it adds up. It could be cumulative. That's what that's what they said. Besides, the one in there probably isn't even going to be around for much longer, considering the circumstance. Pointing at Seth.
He has one? When did that happen?
We should talk
not
about that
important.
later.
I'm gonna. I can see where you're coming from. And we could give it a try.
No, we only have one shot at this. We need to make it a sure shot.
You think he suffered enough? Can't he just go to sleep and rest?
No.
Are you making a choice that he would want? Or what do you want?
He still has a lot left to do.
He does.
He wanted to take down that whole horrible piece of shit operation that
Yes.
doctor is running. There's still more to do.
You can do it for him. In his name.
I promised that I'd help him reach the school and help him not be, well, how he looks now. This is how I can do that.
Are you aware of the effect that you have on other people? He's probably not going to be able to even function if he comes back and you're gone, and neither will this group.
Yeah, you kind of hold it all together, Ken Chiron.
In what little time I knew you. You really are sort of its heart.
No son should have to bear the weight of their parents' death.
No, they
That's
shouldn't.
the lesson that my father told me very early.
And if he knew it was you, if he knew that he lived
Probably
because
kill us.
you did it for him,
Well,
you
who
know
else here
how it
can do
affected.
it? He has to continue. I have to help him.
You know, we've got time. Maybe if we go out and look, we can find someone who's, already near the end of their life and they're fulfilled and they've done everything they need to do and they have a
We
good soul.
can't give this to somebody else. I can't give this to anyone else. I can't ask any of you to. I can't ask anybody random to.
I can do it.
No.
Huh?
You're his father. He's your son. You got a lover, Xavier. You got a family. I don't know about you two, so I won't speak for you two. And Sapling, well, won't speak for you either. I'm a man at a time. The principles I fought for, what I did. Could at least right some wrong. And he's young. He deserves a chance at life. proper life.
People should know about you too.
Yes, but I know you remember what you, we talked about. You can't do this for me.
You shouldn't do it either. You told me to.
But this is something I have to do for him.
Hmm.
Can't ask you to do this for me.
Chiron, why? It's not a weight you bear alone. I'm pretty sure you would have thought us all very early when we joined this party. We're here together. We stand together.
Yes. I need to help him.
What would he think? Imagine, for a moment. When he wakes up and knows what happened for him. You know him probably better than anyone else here, or at least some level of trust.
What if we found a church member, maybe one that like really sucks? They've affected so many thousands.
No. Can't use.
Why not?
And Chiron, you can't keep shooting down every idea we have.
Is there any logic behind your morals, or do you just want to feel good? We can find somebody who's ready to go. We have the time to look and find the perfect person.
I can't murder someone.
You don't have to do it. You can do what you always do. Turn around and look the other way.
He's
No.
right in Chiron.
I can't sit back and while I know there's something I can do.
And we're not gonna let you.
Don't break his family again.
You promised to keep him safe.
Yes,
How are you
this
going
is
to
how
do
I
that
can
if you're
do it.
gone?
Can you? I can trust all of you to keep him safe.
And Chiron, my sweet, sweet old man, do any of us look like we could fill your shoes? Your very nicely made shoes, might I add.
I can't see any other option here.
Because you're blinded at the moment. Give it a minute. Calm down.
Yeah. Just to take a walk or something. Take a breather, okay? This is a really upsetting time. It all sucks. But you just gotta calm down a bit. Just think
You said
about
you
what
had
we can
something.
do.
We
I
have
think
time.
about this point, because Xavier, are you still holding the dagger at this point, or did you set it down?
Yeah, he's still holding it, and he's
Okay.
like sat positioned, just like resting his head on top of Seth's.
Okay. The
Gravnos
wizard.
did grab the wrist, but not take the dagger.
True. The wizard's gonna walk over and he's gonna say, I think what might be best is maybe I should hold on to that until you decide. Just that way nobody makes any hasty decisions.
He'll nod and
Yes.
give you the knife because he's not Zernist.
Yeah,
Yay!
there you go. And so the wizard will kind of like he'll be close by, but like he's just kind of loosely holding it, just kind of like got it there, just ready for whatever, but making sure you don't
This
like.
wizard understands that he just gave like a knife and gave a bunch of children the the idea that they need to like die in order to bring back their friend.
Yeah, kind of. He was like, you know,
Maybe I should have held
Here.
on to this.
Here, KYS. Actually, never mind.
kind of. He's just like, that was a bad idea, and so he's kind of got it. He's just standing there. He's still like in your general vicinity, but like he's just holding on to that.
Now, is there more?
Hmm?
Is there more? Or
Oh, what I was saying? No.
yeah,
No.
you'll I don't know as many a lot of people as much as you probably do in Chiron, but I do got the ability to send out some messages. It's magic, so I don't know if there's anybody here that we could that you could probably call upon. But I know how you feel about this.
My dad and my uncle used to be adventuring parties. Maybe they know someone.
I don't think that
No, really, no.
It's a joke.
any of us know them.
Well, maybe not. We could use their names, right?
You use their names for what?
You'd
Well,
you have to have met the person, or actually no, maybe if you give a good enough description. Uh,
yeah, I can
maybe
do that.
something like that.
I remember their face as well.
Hmm.
My uncle might know someone in the church. They're typically, I don't know, it's worth a try.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe we just need to get more people in on this. Get some more get an outside view from someone who is not actively freaking out and grieving. So,
Uh, which one do we want to try first? My uncle or my dad?
well,
He's not. You said he worked with the church. He's not the type to,
No, he hates the church with all of his guts.
All right.
She's gonna like write his name down. His name's Zernas George Acerin. Kind of scruffy looking, long hair, beard, the weird burn scar over his nose and cheek.
Acerin. Huh.
Yeah. It's a bit of a weird spelling.
No, I served with an Acerin.
You what?
Zernus George Acerin. Alright.
Yeah.
Am I allowed to try this, DM? Am I, based off of how sending is worded, is this something that
You've
could
been given
happen, or?
a name, and you gave a basic description, right?
Mhm.
It's someone they've met before.
Yeah. Go ahead and try. Tell me what you say. Like, what is the message?
I don't think I get this far.
Well, there is going to be a role involved because you are not familiar with this person.
So that's your uncle, so your niece. Okay.
Mhm. So, yeah, what is your message? And we'll try that, and then we'll see what the role says.
No, because Consolida showed the wanted poster.
Yeah, she'd also tell you like he'd know her by the name of Lulith, so he
Alright.
wanted to use that.
Greetings, Mr. Zernus George Acerin. We're in a tight spot. Someone has died. Your niece, Lulith Jokin, cares deeply and has asked you for help.
Do you want me to do the response, or do you?
I didn't think I'd get this far.
I usually allow you to do stuff for your characters just within reason. Like, don't be like, yes, you can have the keys to my kingdom. Like, but like within reason. Think of the character, who they are, where they are, what responsibilities they have, and take that into account with your response if you want to be the one to respond.
I don't know exactly what he'd say, but he'd immediately want to go try and find where she is.
Mm-hmm.
But that's it. You can do the response.
Okay. With that being said, I think we'll keep it simple. I may be able to help. Where can I find you? Is the response you get back. So,
I didn't get your name. Hey, Mage, where are we?
well, we are, fuck, I didn't think this through. Hold on, there's a map right here.
You didn't
No.
think you'd get this far.
I didn't think I'd get this far. I'm like,
No one
yes, we're
thought that
talking
we'd
about
get this far.
we're talking about locations. Yes, I should probably. Yes. We are on the east end of Swindemore. It's on the eastern side of the continent.
Yeah. Swine Eastern continent. I can only do
You
this
know, I
one
should
more
have called
time.
upon.
I can only
I
get
should have
one more
called.
message out.
Yep.
Sorry.
What?
I didn't hear what.
No, I was like, oh, you know, I should have called upon. I should have called upon Kingsley. Give Danny more reason to speak.
Oh, head shakes. No.
Aww.
Oh, that's fair. Don't worry, we'll be to you in just a moment. I'm just letting the messages happen first.
All right, I'm gonna use my fourth and only spell slot to upcast a ascending, and then it's the last time I can do it.
Yeah.
Now I'm pretty sure with Karavnos how intelligent he is, he'd be able to remember that. But the player kind of forgot with his goldfish memory.
That's okay. Swindemore. Swindemore,
Swindemore.
and that is on the eastern edge of Iodithis.
Casting sending back to Zernus. Swindemore. Is that one word?
Yes.
On the eastern edge of Iodithis. We've got a group here. They are all friendlies. Don't worry. Not gonna do any funny business.
I think the first part of the response you're going to get back is, oh. And then there's a pause. Problem. I'm in Bermsley, on the west end of Iodithis. Just about 30 minutes ago, a lot of our magical enchantments went down, and we don't know why. It would take me months to get to you.
Uh, there's a bit of a problem. He's on the complete opposite side of the map, well, continent, and seems they've got a bit of a arcane problems going on.
Could I add one thing to that? I believe I had a couple words left. And this wasn't, you didn't interrupt or anything. I just, one
Okay,
detail I
yeah.
think is very important. One additional thing on top of that. And my wizard is missing.
Oh no!
Because I
You
felt
want
like
to
that'd
talk
be a thing. It's like, why, what, why didn't he do it? There you go.
Oh no! I love how Zerna said my wizard is.
Yeah, well, you might not know the name. I don't know.
My wizard.
uh, I got some magical problems, things going haywire, and he says that his wizard is missing.
Wizard. Wait. Oh no. Oh, that's. Oh dear. Oh. Okay. Okay. I'm all out of ideas.
Yeah. Can't call it anyone else. Yeah. I got problems there. In Bermsley.
Yeah, that makes sense. He's always going off and doing his own things. I'm sure he's okay.
It's just something I have to do for him.
And Kyra,
There aren't any other options.
forgive me, but Kravno said, and I don't mean anything against it. Kravno said he is on borrowed time.
I can't let any of you sacrifice yourselves.
And we couldn't ask you, especially.
Well, you don't have to ask.
You know what I mean?
Would you be happy doing this, Kravnos?
Well, no. I'd die. Not happy about that, but he'd get to live, and he deserves it.
I
He deserves a chance at something better, even if it's just for a bit longer here.
just you. I can't. I just lost him. I can't lose you to get him back.
Well, you won't. Still be a part of me in the, suppose in that garden you and a sapling would be making.
Well, same really goes for you, doesn't it? It's not that I want to do this for him. I can't lose anyone else
You're
today.
his father, and a good one. You're not some scum.
That's why I have to do this for him. It's not something that anyone but his father should have to do.
Do you just stop? Just stop. Just stop to take a second to think. How do you think that'll go for him? Like you care about protecting him and saving him. That's great. But do you understand that he's not going to be okay when he comes back if you're gone?
We'll have all of you. All of you can keep him safe and
Come on. He doesn't really care about the rest of us that much. Not as much as he does for you.
Going around in circles.
it should not be you in Chiron.
It can't be any of you either.
Hey, no one has given an actual answer that means anything or has any validity as to why we can't go grab some friendly old person who's about to die.
You know, as
I
much as
thought
that conflicts with morals, it
Does it though?
It does. Yes.
it
very
seems like it
much.
would.
What if they're already dying?
That doesn't make it any better, unfortunately.
Does it not?
Isn't
Uh,
that what
Eh,
isn't that what the mage and that Draben said?
Am I
hi.
fucking pronouncing his
Yeah,
name like
that's
that? It's so funny.
yeah. Jerbaven here. Hi. By the way, it's fine. I don't. It doesn't offend me that much. It's okay. Um. Yeah. Like again, it's the whole thing about like how many people they've impacted, stuff like that. How much of an effect their life has had, that kind of thing. So like an old person, they would have to be like, you know, a politician or like something like that. Like you guys, through your actions, even just going through a town, like a kid will see you and be like, "Whoa, I want to do that someday," and that's a snowball effect. Like some old dude in a town, probably his family, friends, stuff like that. Um, just to clear that up, like it's got to be someone like important or like somebody who's been around, done stuff.
We,
So for like a few thousand years kind of thing.
Or a few
Yeah,
hundred.
yeah.
so is this about purity of the soul or about popularity?
Like they don't have to be popular. I mean, a politician hardly popular, but like they would count. Um, i- it's neither. It's just how much of a ripple effect in this pond of life will their existence have had, and is the trade equal or is it greater? Again, you could like if one of you would have a bigger ripple effect with your life, you can trade. It just has to be equal or greater than. It just can't be some schmuck who's going to stay in his town his entire life.
Okay, wait. Hey, you. Hey, Babin. That's it.
Hey,
What about, you say you're clean, however that fits into this. Um, wait, what about, do you have any friends? Any hellish friends who, are better at this kind of thing?
I feel like I should be offended by that line of questioning, implying I'm not good at my job. But what do
Well,
you mean exactly better? Like better at what? Like the whole bringing people back thing?
Yes.
Um, I mean, maybe, but here's the problem. Like, they're probably gonna give you the same answer. Like, they're not really gonna give you a different answer. They're gonna want something from you, and I promise you, it's probably gonna be worse than death. But I mean, I can go get him. Like, if you really want to know, I can go get him.
I don't feel like summoning more demons right now.
respectfully, don't. Isn't there usually some sort of strings attached type of thing going
Yes,
on?
that's exactly
Yeah.
the point, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be like one of those things where, like, you shuffle off this mortal coil now, but instead of, like, getting to go into the afterlife, like your current option, you would, like, immediately go to hell and be put to work in, like, the death pits. And I don't think you want that. You die or you die. That's kind of the thing here, except one's worse.
Well, it was worth trying to think about. It's worth trying to think of new ideas instead of
It is.
going around and running around and just spouting up the same ideas again and then shutting down the same ideas again and just trying to run around with your claws stuck in the carpet. Come on, people.
I mean, I could just stab one of you if you want me to just take the. I can just like one of you that's been volunteering. Like what? There's like two. I think there was a third of you. I don't remember. I'll just go up and stab you. Like I have no problems with this.
What happened
Thank
to
you for the
you?
generous offer.
Yeah, you're welcome. It would solve things real quick.
You are very fascinating.
Thank you. I've
Pleasure
been
for
called many things. That is also one of them.
Oh, I can see why my uncle never wanted me to meet you.
Yeah, you like me too much. Wink.
All right now.
She like hides immediately behind like Sapling and Merrick.
Ah. Wonder how he's doing.
Oh no! So sorry, Certus.
Zoom in on Seth's face. Just like
We all do this.
I'm sorry.
Look
I
at why
deal with
you
sadness
here.
with humor. But okay, Seth. The hug with this the person who tormented you, the face that tormented you. It feels like forever. That you're standing there, not embracing this person necessarily, but that's feels quick. But then they vanish. And then there's the next. And the next. And it feels like such an eternity. But also like no time at all. Your concept of time here, it's like everything's happening at the same time. Everybody's speaking at the same time. But you can understand them individually. You can take time and talk to them individually. And it's no consequence at all. And each of these people, scientists, doctors, intelligent people that some of them are cruel. And some of them say how fascinating you are and things you've heard so many times. How do you handle them? Each person coming up to you individually. The ones that are kind, the ones that apologize, what do you do with them? Do you embrace them as well?
The kind ones, he will embrace, forgive them. Those who are less so, he bares his teeth, moves on.
Mm-hmm. What's interesting is the ones that you forgive, the ones you talk to, they vanish. They fade. They move on. The ones that you bare your teeth at, that you ignore, they simply step to the other side of you. And by the time you get through the last one, you turn around and you see the group that you bared your teeth at, the group that reminded you of the Doctor in all of his cruel and disgusting ways. You can count high enough to count how many people are there. There's 4. Out of the thousands, hundreds of thousands. There's 4. 4 people that made your life a living hell. And even now, they stand there, clipboards in hand, writing. They just keep writing and mumbling to each other and talking to each other about how exquisite it was to watch. What do you do? Do you walk away? What do you do?
You're disgusting. And you deserve far worse than what you did to us.
They chuckle to themselves. They turn around and they walk. But they don't dissipate like the others. You watch as fire begins to lick at their heels. And they begin to burn. But they don't scream. They turn and look at you, and as the fire melts their flesh from their jaw, all you see is a toothy smile. Until there's nothing left but bone white. And then ash. And then nothing. And then you're presented with a choice. You find yourself at the edge of a cliff. You didn't walk here. You didn't teleport, you simply just are. To your left, you see a bridge. Across it is a beautiful place, made of golds and silvers and ivories, white and light, perfection. You see that way a life where you would spend your eternity at peace. You would spend your eternity as you want to be. To the right is a void. You step off that cliff and you become one with the magic of the universe. As everyone before you who has died, who has not chosen the other path, you simply give your life essence to continue the cycle that magic is. There's a gate where you can see that there was a third option. That gate's closed. You can see what looks like footprints, like somebody walked a path, almost like a guard, walking the same path for eternity, for hundreds of years. But there's no one there now. A post abandoned. There is, however, a set of keys on the gate. And you have this feeling that there is a third option there. A gate to be opened. A post to be taken up. Those of you on the outside, as you're talking, you're discussing. I'm going to say in Chiron, because you are, well, in Chiron, Xavier, say Merrick. I think you three would be the ones to notice the most. Seth begins to look more sickly. Not like he's decomposing in front of you, but more, just a bit more sickly. And those of you with, I'd say, a higher passive perception, so we'll say like...
Sapling.
I honestly, I'm going to say 15 and above, because I think there's someone, or a couple people at least, who are below that. 15 and above. You notice that some of the runes that were put on there are starting to fade.
We're losing time.
We need to make a choice now.
We do.
The wizard is the mage, I'll say, because I know the wizard trips you out.
Sorry.
It's okay. The mage is going to kind of come over, and he looks so confused. No, this doesn't make sense. We should have had more time. We should have had a couple days at least. He's at the gate. He's on the edge. Okay, he's about to make his choice. So either you make yours or he makes his.
If he's about to make a choice, I'm really I'm the one who has to talk to him. This is
How
something
are
I
you going
have
to
to
talk
do.
to him?
Eh, Grav knows.
Can I? I'm thinking about it from every angle, and it's gotta be me.
And Kyron, none of us are equipped to deal with what he's going to do when he wakes up and you're not here.
Still, something I need to do.
Are you completely, completely sure that you want to do this? Because there is no taking it back.
I don't see anything else I could do.
You could continue.
Without him,
And
But
can't.
he without you.
you
It's
know,
like
Seth.
it's like you said. I won't really be gone. There's so much that I've done. I have my library, my study, my room, my workshop, and all of you. Garden we're going to build with that. Every
Last I checked in Chiron, Seth is absolute dog garbage at processing any sort of emotions. What you're feeling now, the guilt, the shame, the sadness of going on without him, he's going to feel it 10 times worse.
then I ask that you guys will help him through that.
He's gonna look at Sapling with like a plea, like you seem to be like punching ideas in his head and out of his head. Do something.
Um, uh, there's gotta still be something, right? We
There's
can just hurry, think of
no,
something.
no, it's too late. He's too fast, I suppose. Can I say goodbye to everyone quickly?
Mm.
And Chiron.
Yes. I said yes. I answered.
Don't do
Okay.
this. Yeah.
It's something that a father should do. He hasn't had a good one of those for very long. But it's what I need to do. I'm going to start by sending my first level 3 spell slot that I still have.
Yep.
First one, I think, is going to be to Prosecutor Dewdrop.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I won't be able to make it to your trial. There's a boy named Breck. Please help him. People are better than you think that they are. I love you. That's around 25.
Good enough. Ah,
Mm.
you hear back. And I'm sorry if I butcher the voice, because it's
Not a
been a minute.
problem.
You were one of the best people I ever got the chance to meet. I will miss you. I've loved you for a long time. And we'll call that. I don't know how many that was. Close enough.
My second level 3 spell slot, my last level 3, is going to be sending again. I'm going to send it to my father.
Yep.
Something happened. Take care of Seth for me, please. I'm a grandfather. I love you, Papa. Please make sure Mama knows I love her too.
Fuck. Sorry. Ah. Okay. Okay. Ooh, ooh. You get back. I always had a feeling this would happen. But I will watch over them. I'm so proud of you. And we've always loved you. Yeah.
First, to the people here, I'm going to go to Zanaga. I'm sorry, I won't get to meet your child. I really wanted to. Just try not to let him. Well, don't let him be sad, but help him through this.
I will make sure he's okay for you. And
Next, I'm
we
going.
will, oh, sorry.
No, you first.
And we will honor you.
Next, I'm going to go to Concelida. Ever since I've met, you've been running. Always running. You can't run away anymore. You're a torchbearer now. It's your job to run forwards into the future. Bear the torch for everyone else, please.
Ron, please.
gonna move to Merrick. We never got to have that lesson, so I can just point you in the right direction. Just believe. That's what I can tell you to do. I'm going to unpin my little brooch that was my first holy symbol. That's the holy symbol of Hydros. And I'm gonna put it into his hand, close it around. And mine came from my parents, so go maybe try talking to them, though maybe I just want someone to look after them.
As you say.
Next, I will pass to Sapling, or not Sapling, but this is just another part of living, having to let go of someone. You remember my advice, apologize, work towards a better tomorrow. I hope you find someone else to hang out with.
It'll probably be Seth. We'll both need it.
Yeah,
Would you mind saying goodbye to one more person?
not a problem now.
And Chiron is a very insightful man, so he'll see it when it happens.
I'm sure the garden you plant will be beautiful. And I hope you'll have lots of fun in the coming days, as much as you can. When you make the gloves, I'm gonna fish something out of my pack for Sapling as well. It's going to be my spool of mending thread. Try to embroider them with this, it'll help them last longer. It has 5 charges. The spool. It's the only magic item that I'm giving you guys, and it's common.
All right.
Next, I'll head to Xavier. You've reminded me of me in a lot of ways. What can you, what I can tell you is it's never too late to change. It's never too late to stop supporting them and what they do there.
I haven't known you for long, but I know Seth is probably gonna kill me when he gets back.
If he can. And finally, I'm going to pass to Karavnos. Your magic is so beautiful. I want to ask you, use it to protect. Always use it to protect. I'm gonna fumble, my fingers shaking as I take out the tea that I bought in Usul. I never really got a chance to sit down and try this. So enjoy it for me. And I'm going to take him one hand on, like, grab his forearm, and one hand behind his head, and I'm going to pull him into, like, with my forehead touching his.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna sit there for a little bit. I care about you a lot. Keep them safe, please.
His arm is wrapped around yours, around your back. You'd feel just the faintest nod.
Then I will.
Not as good as you, but I'll try.
Then I'll head to the mage. All right.
Before you're ripped, there is a concealer behind you again, just hugging you very tightly to the point your ribs are not strong enough for this.
I will turn back around and hug her back.
One last question.
Mm-hmm.
Bow or bow tie? What's your favorite?
What color of bow tie?
Yep.
Oh, I've always been partial to the blue ties. I think they go well with the purple.
You like wearing bow ties then?
Little, yes, I don't so much, but since I don't really get a chance to dance very often.
Okay.
I'm going to kiss Consolida on the forehead. I've gotta go now. Can't
Okay.
leave him waiting.
She'll let go. And go stand by a sapling and Eric.
Now I'll head to the mage. Uh, if you don't mind, can you do the actual deed for me? I don't trust my hands right now, and you see they are shaking.
Uh, of course, of course. Um, he's gonna take it. Do you do you want anything? Uh, anything at all?
Oh, uh, I don't think time is of the essence right now, so I think I'm fine. Just hold on. I'm going to take off my coat just in case, so they don't have to clean two stains, really.
He nods and would you like to be lying down?
I think I will just. I will sit on the table next to Seth. I think I'm ready right here. I'm gonna take his hand in mine as much as I can.
Okay. And he walks towards you, begins incanting words. What are your last thoughts?
Well, I'm gonna, if it's okay, I'm gonna do my last thoughts, my proper last thoughts at the gate.
At the gate? Okay, that works.
Yes.
So you sit there. It's funny. When everyone talks of death, They talk about the bang, the blood spatter, the gore, the pain. But a lot of people think when you die, in that moment, regardless of afterlife or not, you don't feel it. Simply stops. The backaches, the sadness, it just doesn't even melt away because that takes time. This is instant. Like a song cutting off abruptly. Then you feel the wind at your back, and you're standing at a cliff. And we're going to go ahead to break. And And we're back. And Chiron, you stand at the precipice. It's not the ending of a road, it's the beginning of something else. Before you are two paths. There is the edge, the void. You know where that leads. You know that taking that path and simply becoming one with the universe, that is, some people see that as the most fulfilling way to go. To simply cease your existence, you cease to be. But you become part of magic, part of the universe. There's also the bridge. At one point in time, that was where people went if they wanted to serve the gods for the rest of their life. They would go to this perfect place, the domain of the gods, and they would serve them, not as servants, but as close as equals you can be to a god. You would live there, you would eat well, and you would keep the garden that was their domain beautiful. It still is that, but there's less gods there and more so people do it for themselves. But not for selfish reasons, they do it for each other. It is a community more than anything. Some people see that as a beautiful afterlife. Some people choose the other, but there was always a third option. And it was rather than serve the gods, you go to this place and you simply get another life in another domain. You didn't go back to Iodithis and live your, a new life. It wasn't reincarnation. It was just you lived in a place where the gods did not exist. But that gate has been closed for a while. And as you look over, you see Seth standing in front of it, keys in his hand. And at this point, he'd be looking at them. What do you do?
I go over, I put my hand on his shoulder, and I pull him into a hug.
Dad? What are you doing here?
I'm here to bring you home.
Home?
Yes. I I love you. Whatever happens, just remember that.
I love you too, but
Everyone, so, well, everyone's waiting. They love you as well.
why would you do something like this?
I just, I have to look. I have to help you with your goals. And I care about you too much.
Well, then, if you've come to take me home, let's go.
All right.
So, what do you do?
Do I
Just
do I feel where the dagger we used is pulling us towards?
you do. You feel you don't see anything in the space you're being pulled toward, at least not right there. But you feel a direction. Do you start heading in that direction?
Yes.
Okay. You start heading away from the gate, away from the void, away from the bridge. You start heading back to the area. Now, Seth, did you bring the keys with you?
He is still
Did
holding
you
them.
leave? Okay. Just so I know. So you start to walk. You don't know how long you walk for. It feels like 5-10 strides, but you look back and you don't see the bridge anymore. And eventually you come to a house. It's a quaint house on the edge of a town. You can hear the sounds of a town behind you. You hear the sounds of sobbing. But in front of you in the house, it's empty. Seth, it's your home. Was your home. This is where the dagger is pulling.
Well, you go in first. I'll always be right behind you.
All right.
Gonna give him another big hug.
He'll hug him back. And he will hold his hand until the moment that he has to let go.
So you walk in.
Yep.
Okay. You go past the door, Seth. And Chiron, is there any last things you want to say to him? As you feel your hand pull away.
I love you, son. I love you so much.
I love you too, Dad.
Seth. The door closes. Him on the other side. And you take your first breath. Again. And Chiron, the house fades away. And you're presented with 3 options. The keys, they fell where the house was. There is the bridge, the void, and the gate, with the steps in front of it that show that there was someone there, someone who walked that path for unknown years, uncountable years, with those keys in hand to open the gate for people that came after. Which do you choose?
Well, I think for a moment. And I know. I know what am going to choose, but before I do, I'm going to
Mhm.
take the keys and unlock the gate for anybody who really wants them. But I'm not
Hmm.
going through it. I'm going to step up to the void. And, well, looking over this cliff, it finally makes sense to me what I was doing back on Earth. I wasn't there to actually defend the people. They've been condemned the second that they were arrested. I was just there for their comfort, to make things go a little smoother. I was never there to win. I was just there to make reality a little nicer for everyone. And that realization dawns on me, and my guilt fades away. And I step off the precipice and rejoin the magic of the world.
And as you do, you feel a peace unlike anything you've ever felt. It's like having the best cup of tea that's the perfect temperature, with a warm blanket on a cold day, the crackle of the fire, just this peace. And then it's it. If you could hear any longer, and if you could feel, you would feel a coldness, but not an oppressive coldness, just what is there when there is nothing. If you could smell, you might smell fire, but not a fire to destroy, a fire that cleanses everything rotten or bad. And if you could hear, you would hear as a voice that you swear would be familiar if you could hear it. You hear them say, "We've seen many lives come and go. Countless souls who've begged for power, for mercy, for a second chance. But this one did not ask. They gave. They traded their place beneath the sun so another could rise in it once more. And in that moment, they showed us something even we forget, that love in its purest form is stronger than immortality, than power, than mercy. The world will remember their name as a loss, but we will remember it as proof of what mortal kind can be. Selfless, fierce, and beautiful in its fragility. May their sacrifice echo not in sorrow, but in gratitude, for even gods can be humbled by the hearts of mortals." And that's it. Seth, your body hurts, and you know that means you're back. And you look over and you see in Chiron. And you see the others. And you wake.
Before I'm choked with more tears, I'm gonna lay on hands to that bitch.
That's fair. And you feel a little better, which would allow you to sit up, because otherwise you probably couldn't.
Yeah, all 30 of the points are going in there.
Oh, the tears.
He is looking at Chiron expectantly. He didn't quite understand what was going on.
And as you look, he doesn't move. There's a look people get in their face when they've passed. You've seen it so many times, usually when you're the one causing it. Or the look you see in the people that you would give rights to because of your monk order. You see the very same.
And moves over to his body, kind of tries to wake him almost like a kid. Dad.
I can do this.
He starts looking around at the others in the room. Why won't he wake?
Merrick shakes his head.
Xavier, hold your back.
Why?
He gave his life to bring you back.
You
Thank you very much.
let him?
We tried so hard to talk him out of it, but he wouldn't hear it. We spent a while trying to convince him not to. It was the only thing that seemed to make any amount of sense to him. It was what he wanted to do, and he was sure of it.
Seth, you're gonna feel a large hand on your one shoulder, and Zanaga's gonna kind of come down and take a place next to you. Doesn't say anything, just there.
He ends up turning and leaning into her. What happened?
Think the mage is gonna, who's been pretty silent. And Seth, you can see he has blood on his hands. He's not holding the dagger currently, the dagger you wouldn't have known about, but he's not holding a weapon of any kind, but he's got blood on his hands. And he's got a rag and he's trying to wipe it off. He's crying. And he says, I did. He wanted to bring you back, and I told him a life, a life for a life sort of thing. I'm sorry. They talked for a long time trying to decide who, but he insisted. He wanted me to do it, to do the deed. I'm sorry. If you blame me, I understand.
He does let out a pretty deep growl as he stares at the mage.
He flinches a little bit, but he doesn't move.
You did it.
At his request.
You gave them the idea.
It was the only idea. All the others failed.
Seth, this is not his fault.
It was in Chiron's choice.
How about I go and get Olakas? I'm sure he's the one who told me to come get you, who knew something was wrong.
Sounds like a good idea.
Okay. And he's gonna literally just poof, gone. And then a few seconds later, pops back. And Olakas is with him. And Olakas sees you, Seth. And you can see he looks relieved. He looks so relieved till he sees in Chiron. The blood is beginning to pool. And then he just kind of comes over to you, and he doesn't quite do as Zanaga is doing, like, kind of like arm around you and all that. He kind of sits across from you, and he says, Is there anything you need? Anything that might help? I'm not great with this sort of thing, but I'm doing my best.
Um,
What?
I needed him.
He just kind of puts his head down. I know. I. All right. Do you want me to. Would you like me to begin rites for him? Or do you want. Do you want him here for a bit longer?
He just pulls on Chiron's body closer as an answer.
Hmm. All right. And he doesn't say much else. Mage. Mage kind of steps forward and doesn't really make eye contact with Seth, but does look to the rest of you. Um, I'm aware you have a home. It's a mobile home of some kind. Uh, would you like to go there? I know you were on a quest of some kind. From what I know, Olakas only told me so much, but you've been through a lot. Maybe a break would do you some good. Among friends.
I I need to go and handle something. I can't backtrack.
Okay. I mean, I can always bring you back to where you were, where I picked you up. After, but if you have to go, that's fine.
And my place is with her.
Hmm.
Seth, what do you want?
Um,
All right.
Okay. So,
You need us, sibling.
You two can finish what you need to finish. We'll stay with him.
no. Come home, please.
Okay. I can do that, Seth.
so you all gather together, and once again, Olakas will stay behind because that's how numbers work. But you gather together. Who carries in Chiron?
Probably Seth.
Okay.
I don't
Like-
think he's letting him go.
Okay.
Xavier
That's
will try
fair.
to help if you are struggling. Because last I checked, you were crippled, but
And if you need a hand.
Oh yeah, Seth's back got blown out. That's right.
He's not exactly
how about we're
standing.
all,
He's just holding him.
Yeah, that's true.
yeah? How about we all hold a piece of him?
That's
Not a piece, but like we all hold him together.
Group hug.
group hug.
Yeah, I don't want to group hug a corpse, guys.
Too late.
It's happening. Uh, well, you gather together and you, with a popping sound, you appear in front of Valve. It doesn't take long, because Valve was still back at Usul, but you've been taken to Valve. That was the destination. You can tell some upgrades have been done. I'll say you arrive at the like on the grass on Valve, we'll say. Like in the courtyard area. Some upgrades have been done. Repairs have been made from the scuffle you had previously. You're in front of the main building when you appear. Max comes out first, and he sees Seth, which somebody would, unless Seth is crawling on the ground, somebody would have had to carry Seth too. And basically then Seth is holding in Chiron. So, yeah.
Come take a ride.
Yeah.
Ah, all right.
And so you're being held. Max sees, immediately calls for some of the others. And it doesn't take long before you see Chiron's father. You can tell he's already been crying. And he comes right up to you, Seth. And the best he can, with you being on Sapling's back, he reaches up and he just kind of gives you a bit of a hug.
He'll do his best to hug him back.
And he kind of, then he just kind of holds your face at like a, you know, a little bit away from his. And he just says, I want you to know it's not your fault. I don't blame you. Can I have my son, please?
Okay.
So he, with some effort, but he kind of, if help is offered, he just kind of shrugs it off. He says, I just have to find out where to bury him. Fathers should never have to bury their son. But here I am. Okay. All right. And he just starts crying again and turns and begins to walk in the direction of where the garden was going to be. And so he walks, and after a moment, you see a lot of the others coming down, helping you guys in. Because many of you that were hurt, I mean, there's been no rest since the fight. So any wounds you had are still there. Xavier, you got beat to shit. So like you specifically are not doing well, and Seth's back exploded. So you two are bad. I I don't really recall if any of you, other than that, sustained many damages. Those were just the people that happened to be right up in front.
I mean, yeah, I mean, there was like the occasional scuffle, like
Yeah.
Celinda got again beat with something very heavy.
Oh yeah.
No,
Um,
no, we're two new people.
but some introductions are made between um, those of you that are new and this group. You know, just trying to, like, you know, figure out who you are. You know, welcome aboard. Tell us what happened. You know, that sort of thing. Like, what the fuck happened? Um, but you are all allowed inside or wherever you wish to go. If you don't have a room is provided. For the people that were here, that were not with you, there is a sadness, a profound sadness. But for this group in particular, you can, the ones that sort of owned this place previously, that are with you, you get the idea loss is not a foreign thing. So they're sad for you. There is a deep sadness. But they almost seem like they're trying to distract themselves by doing the normal things. What do you all do? We can take some downtime, by the way. Like, game wise, just have your characters take a break. It's never a bad idea.
I don't, I don't think two of these people know what the fuck this building is.
Well, that's something they could find out.
Yeah.
I think for now I want to just sit with Seth.
It's a good idea.
Likewise.
Seth, I'm curious, because they're going to be sitting with you, so as for where that'll be, you would be urged to go to the infirmary on board. Seth, you would 100%. Xavier, you too, but Seth is the one who is currently crippled. So it's kind of one of those things of like, they're like, we need to try and fix this. Would you have fought them on
No.
it? Okay.
For once, no.
Okay. So then, in that case, you would be led to the med bay. When you get in there, you would see Chiron's mother. She's in one of the other beds. She doesn't look like anything happened. It's just, she looks tired. She sees you get carried in and looks, so kind of like looks over at you, because your bed would be, we'll say, kind of across from hers on the other wall. And she gives you a smile and says, "Oh, what are you doing in here? Are you here for a visit?"
Uh, got hurt.
"Oh, that's no good. You know, there was this one time. Ah, and Chiron fell and scraped his knee. Oh, he was. Mm, well, he was. Sorry, I lost my train of thought there. Oh, where is he right now? Is he? Where is he? Did he get hurt too?"
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm sure these beds aren't the most comfortable. His back's gonna be killing him in the morning. I know mine is. Ah, Well, I need to shut my eyes for a moment. It's been a long day. Feel better, sweetie. And maybe in the morning we could have some tea.
Sure.
Mhm. Ah, I love you, my boy.
I love you too.
Oh, yes, you too, Seth. And then the room goes quiet, and you hear the faint sounds of like breathing and the sleeping old person. And
There
people
is no
gather
amount
around
of
you. Go ahead.
rage that I can express with you, my glorious DM.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
Okay, here's the thing. I'm laughing. I am so when I feel heightened emotion, I laugh. I can't control it. So when I you see me laughing like this, it's because I'm trying not to cry myself.
Mm-hmm.
It's
So
okay.
Yeah.
I trust me, this is not funny for me. I even if I'm smiling and laughing, I just
We know.
that's how I cope. But
Yeah.
there are some people that exist, whether characters or people that leave a lasting impact that you will remember. That no matter how the world burns and the books burn to ash, they will live on in memory. And we had one today. Okay. Um, I'm gonna ask because
Mm.
we could, if you want, we could keep RPing for a bit and doing things, or we could wrap up here a little early. I'll leave that up to you.
Uh,
Do we want to keep
I
going
think
for
I,
till the normal time?
I think I personally would like to, so it's easier to start next session. Um,
Finish up, and then this time that way it's easier. Is that what you're saying?
yeah,
Okay.
that's what I think. But what are the other players thinking?
I didn't understand what was just said.
Uh,
Are we?
basically, I was asking if we want to continue till the normal time or end here, and the response so far has been wrap up this that way next session isn't as depressing. And I mean, I'm okay with that. I think that's a fair point. I'm just asking because, want to open the door, give options, but how about we continue? We continue. For the remainder of the day. Anything else anyone wants to do? I have some things, but I want to offer it to you first. What do you do for the remainder of your day? I'll say,
Um,
yeah, go ahead. Either, we'll say Cody, so either of your characters. What are they doing?
Xavier got changed, and it's not really much. Um, he's just laid with, well, besides Seth in his own bed. He took a ow, not as bad as Seth. But he's just, if allowed, he'll kind of not necessarily hold your hand, Seth, but place a hand on your forearm or whoever's not the most pained. Eh,
He doesn't stop you. He doesn't really react.
mm. And consider kind of she doesn't want to leave. Doesn't want to leave her friends, but after being patched up herself, she'll kind of start going through alchemy and doing tiny little experiments to soothe her mind
Mhm.
and make Merrick take his medication.
Fair.
Huh. Funny you
Um,
say that.
a note for you. As you're going through, you're shown the alchemy lab. Um, as you go through the workshop, the very well put together workshop, you see a bunch of half finished projects. Um, on many of them. You also notice in the area that's going to be the garden, where you can see Chiron's father currently. Um, you can note that there are certain things sort of almost marked out for where different alchemical ingredients will be planted and places where more can be. Um, so just interesting thing for that. So if you ever want to plant some stuff, there's a place. That way you don't have to go buy it.
Yeah, let's just sit on the med bay floor
Mhm.
next to Steph's bed.
All right. We'll say the wizard. You have two characters. What are they doing?
After getting settled in here and the Celida making sure that he takes the medication, it's gonna hug her tightly. It's as much of a hug for his own comfort as it is to try to comfort her. Then he'll go to the training area for an hour, and things are getting broken.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
just letting out all the rage at this.
Oh yeah.
Not even using a weapon at points, just hands. Karavnos is gonna. It's gonna go to where there should have been gardening. He wasn't hurt bad, but he had a bit of a patch up. So this spot where things should have been,
Mm-hmm.
where they were gonna make so much nice tea, interesting flowers, all things together, grow them.
Mm-hmm.
Look around, see what he has, and try to think of what Chiron would have wanted.
Okay. I'm not crying. You're crying. It's fine. Um. Yep. Yep. Okay. Sapling. Hi. Hi. You.
Hey,
What are you doing?
um, s- sticking around Seth, mostly, entirely, pretty much. Um,
Mm-hmm.
unless he's told to go the fuck away, which, valid if that's the case, but generally just staying around, goes and gets him like some water a couple times because that is a good thing to have.
Mm-hmm.
Just like being there. That's all. Not doing much.
Okay.
Just
Um.
anything he's asked to do.
That makes sense. Speaking of being asked, I think a little later in the day for you. Uh, you've been there for a little bit. Seth is basically by this point has been told he's going to be there for like at least a couple days while they like go in and mend everything. And I mean, you guys are allowed to all stay there and like they don't ask you to move or anything like that, but definitely like Max and even a few like almost medical personnel that they seem to have been brought like actually brought on board um that sort of work there now are kind of just all over Seth for most of the day. Uh, like going in and trying to mend things both physically and magically. And technologically with what Valve has. It's a lot of work to be done and it's going to take a minute, but you in particular are sitting there during one of these times. And you hear from behind you just real softly, trying not to be too loud, just uh hey, could we talk for a minute? And it's Seedling. Are you okay?
Just
To handle your boyfriend.
shut up. Doesn't say anything, just gets up and, like follows.
Just kind of like steps out in the hall, like a little bit away, so, from the room, and just says, so, um, I heard roughly what happened. Are you okay?
Uh, yeah. It's it sucks, but it sucks.
Okay. Um, after a bit, and whenever you have time, and whenever things are calmed down, could we talk? Just whenever things are better.
We we can just get it over with. It it doesn't have to wait.
Okay. I'm gonna keep it simple, and I didn't know what to say and how to say any of this, and I well, I don't approve fully of everything and certain things. Kind of like looks around, not knowing like if anybody's gonna hear or anything. I I care about you, uh, both of you, and I just take care of yourself, okay?
Is that it?
There's more I could. I thought I'd have more time to get my words together, to be honest. um, I just you're not invincible, and I worry you're gonna get hurt like they did.
You you don't need to worry about that. We're already worrying about it enough.
Yeah, I bet. Okay, well, I've got to go. I just wanted to check up on you while I had a second. I have to help. Uh, out in the garden, his father wanted some help, just getting things ready.
All right.
And just gonna kind of give you like a side pat, and then just heads off. Throughout the day, people come by, they check on each of you individually, make sure that you're all okay. Those of you with any like cuts or scrapes or bruises, get those healed, or at least mended or attended to, in some way. So, if I remember correctly, at some point, there is probably a point in time where everybody or almost everybody would be in the uh, med bay, correct? Is there a point in time where everybody would be in there,
Yeah.
you think? Yeah.
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 Okay. I want to make sure I heard correctly. During that time, uh, Joseph's going to come in. And he's going to um, not say anything at first. He's going to come over to Seth and he's going to kind of look you over. And then he's going to look to all of you and say, so I heard the news, saw already. I'm sorry for your loss. And I'm sorry that my path of vengeance, even if you have your own feelings and reasons for going, it led to this. And I really am sorry. Um, if there's anything you need while you're here, just ask. And if it's within my power, I'll have it done.
How old is she?
He lip quivers a little bit. He's like, she's not great, but we have her mostly stable. Um, the doctors say she could turn for the worse at any moment. But it's silly. I mean, I feel like I'm silly saying this. I have faith, I guess, that she'll be okay. I think you have enough time. Like, don't be in a rush. If you said you didn't want to go, I'll send my best men and they'll take care of it the best they can. One person has already died because of this. I don't want another. And if you do decide to go, at least let me see if I can dig up one other person to go with you. You're going to be outnumbered as is. I'll see if I can scrounge around at the tavern or something and find somebody willing.
You're the guy they were vengeancing for?
Oh, say
Oh,
again?
it's
What?
funnier than I thought.
Huh? Oh, sorry. You cut out for me. What was that?
Yeah, sorry. You're the man they went on a vengeance thing for? Huh.
Yeah, sorry. I didn't realize we haven't met properly, or at all. Joseph Stone, the first marshal, the like head of this city.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm Lilith Jokin. Wanted criminal, and nice to meet you too.
Well, you're not that here, so yeah, nothing to worry about.
That's a relief.
Yeah. Let me guess.
Joseph
Church
Stone.
stuff? Yeah, Joseph, yeah. Yeah, we're a bit of a safe haven for runaways and people with bounties and things. Just mainly because usually that's put on by the church, and well, while we have a church here for the people that like to practice, we have no love for the organization. So you're safe.
Mhm. I honestly thought you seduced them into it.
Don't know how I'd do that. I ain't that good looking.
Yeah, I see that now.
Yeah, thanks. But yeah, don't don't be in a rush. Just she'll be okay. Plus, from what I heard, that guy, what's his name? Ol Olakas, I think he came and talked to me. Uh, he can get you back roughly where you were, maybe even a little closer. There was a town that's a bit closer to where you were, that where you were going. He might be able to get you there. So, well, he can get you there, that mage. So don't feel like you have to run all the way back. Um, you have a checkpoint, we'll say. We'll call it. But yeah, just take care of yourselves, heal up, mourn, and when you're heading out, let me know. If you head out.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah. And he starts to leave and then does stop for a second, kind of turns, and he hands both American Consolida a slip of paper and is basically like, "Oh, in case while you're here you need to go in and out of the gate, you'll need this, just formality. We don't let people in without them. So if you walked out, you wouldn't be
Hmm.
able to get back in without it. Well, not
Uh,
legally,
oh,
anyway."
Hmm.
Yeah.
okay.
And then he turns and leaves. But with that, with that, he's gone, and you guys have the rest of the day if there's anything you wish to do. Um, Up to you. Any
Um,
burning needs?
hey, Steph.
Hmm.
And any better with your count then?
Please re-say that because I did not hear it. It cut out for me.
Have you gotten any better with your counting?
I did.
It did.
I don't remember now.
That makes sense. You want to start over?
No,
All right.
not without him.
Makes sense.
I'm curious. Come nightfall, would you all stay where you are in the med bay, or would you go to your rooms? Seth, for your answer, you would be recommended or requested to stay in the med bay, but if you really wish to go to a room, they would not stop you. You would just have to be carried. Um, so it's up to you. Do you all wish to go to your rooms, or do you stay in the med bay?
As much as Seth wants to go, he will comply unwillingly, but still.
Fair.
Do you want Xavier to go grab you anything? Blanket, teddy,
Something
mustache
to eat.
comb?
Just something from his room. Anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go get Gunner. Ow, ow. I'll be
Ah,
right back.
crap. Seth, I think this was his, but you should use it now. And it's that ring and Chiron had slipped him.
Ah. There you go.
I'll take it back.
Put it in his hand. Close it over it.
Thanks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And so it starts to get late in the day. Sun starts to set. And while you're kind of inside, where Valve is right now, it's sort of a recess in the mountain. A large door opens and you're in this inner workshop space. You can't see the sun, you can't see the moon, but they have lights that sort of dim and simulate the cycles, sort of like the mushrooms in the cave. Otherwise, your whole circadian rhythm would get thrown off, so it's for comfort. So moon starts to rise, sun starts to set, and eventually you all, unless you choose not to, will have to sleep. Whether in the med bay or in your rooms.
And Stella would like to try and sleep in the med bay with Seth.
For sure.
It means Merrick staying as well.
Makes sense.
Also, I have no idea what Xavier would bring back, but he would probably stay in the med bay too.
Okay. Could be like
I have some good options.
Oh, yeah,
Please
you
hand
want to
them
do
over,
She's
you
of the
dead
There's
bitch.
there's a lot of books. Those are all good options. He had
That's
a
ironic.
teapot that he kept there.
Yep.
Used it for the mornings. Probably the best thing to take, the most sleepy time thing. He has a big fluffy house robe that he kept in his room.
Yoink.
Oh.
I'll take that. Yeah, I'm taking that.
Yeah. Aside from like blankets and so such, pillows, yada yada.
It smells like
It
old
is a room.
man, tea leaves, a bit of musty.
Honestly, yeah.
Smells like him.
Yeah, that's all that
Oh.
matters. Xavier will be like,
Oh.
be sure to wrap it up like in a bag to preserve the smell and everything. Bring it down. Doesn't want
Listen,
to
he
taint it
didn't
with
really
her own
see in
alcohol.
Chiron's face. He knows him by scent more than anything. He's too blind for other shit.
All right, yeah, you have. You're so disabled. You're so disabled.
He's not that bad. He can survive. I actually had a question for DM though.
Yeah,
Is Zanaga staying in the med bay?
she is. Close to you as she
Okay.
can be.
Because I was gonna say if she was going to his room, there's a problem.
No, she's staying next to you.
Oh,
We'll cross that
for
bridge when we get there.
Cool.
Um, yeah.
Oh no.
So, no, she's staying as close to you as possible. Um, so sleep eventually overtakes you all. Maybe you dream, maybe you don't. But getting to sleep, I imagine, for most of you would be difficult. Either your body aches or simply the memory. And for some of you, because today has been very go, go, go. Like, even once you got to Valve, it was like, all right, got to look around this place, figure this place out. Um, and then you finally settled, but it isn't really till time for rest that the day hits you. That feeling of, holy shit, that happened. And that's it. It's over. At some point before rest, you would have been notified that, they're going to start prepping for a burial, and that'll be within the next few days. They're kind of trying to delay, using magical means to keep the body preserved and all of that, long enough so that at the very least Seth can walk or in some way get there so he can be present without having to be held.
Can I add something?
Please.
If it helps at all, when the lights dim and everyone's resting and laid in their beds, um,
It may have cut out. I'm not sure if you said something after you said
cut out a bit.
when everyone's in bed. I don't know if I heard it.
Oh
Oh,
no.
uh-oh. Oh no.
hi.
Oh, hi,
Hello.
hi.
There you are.
I
I'm
heard
sick and tired of dying every single time.
I know, but it's okay. We're almost there. Yeah, we heard basically when everyone's laying down if it helps, and then it cut out.
Mhm.
She's gonna start singing a lullaby, one that would be reminiscent of Hydros I find fitting. And
Hmm.
it's called Rises the Moon, and
Okay.
it's
Hmm.
very just soft in the background.
Hmm. Love that. I do. I really do. And so as the time of Luminaris comes in into the sounds of something for Hydros, it eventually goes into dusk, and then night. But eventually morning comes. And the moon sets and the sun rises, as it does every day. There's some things in life that are unstoppable. That cycle is one of them. And despite how many times it rises and sets and sets and rises, some days just feel different. Out of game, we have spent, it's been a couple months at least, waking up every morning, to breakfast. Whether it was cream of wheat or something else. And then it ended every day with a meal cooked on the campfire. The hand pies being one of the last. And now you wake up. You do smell breakfast. You smell bacon and eggs, probably pancakes. Maybe there's even a muffin of some kind. But you know there's going to be one person that won't be in that kitchen. And as I think we are going to wrap up here with one final sad thing. Nurse comes in the morning, checks on each of you, then goes over to Encheiron's mother. She does a gesture that you could signify as the one that sort of is like honoring of death. Seth, you'd be very familiar with this gesture. So similar to how in our world a lot of people will do the, the cross thing, something similar to that. Kind of bows her head and, without a word, walks out of the room. And eventually returns with a doctor, another nurse, and Encheiron's father. There is no like loud shouting. There's no distress. There's acceptance. And Encheiron's father weeps, standing at the bedside, and just weeps. And that's, I think, where we might end for tonight.
So hey, chat, spam kill the DM for a behind the scenes murder of our lovely DM here, Autumn, and it will be done the very next morning.
Oh,
I
man.
assure you.
Well, gonna wrap up stream here. Thank you all for watching, and go hug your loved ones. Good night.